What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome to episode number 28 of the Reviewpoint podcast, coming to you from fanboysanonymous.com. I'm Tony Mango, your host, and joining me on the panel is Caroline Oliveira.
Hello.
So, if you don't know what the Reviewpoint is, it's pretty simple. It's basically just a review, and we break down the hits and the misses of whatever we are talking about, talk about what the positives and the negatives are, and today we are going to be targeting The Jungle Book, the 2016 remake of the old classic Disney film that Jon Favreau directed. And a couple of people wrote, but I don't have them down right now. Oh, Justin Marks. Yeah, okay. And Rudyard Kipling? Is it Rudyard or Rudyard? Do you know? The guy who wrote the book?
No.
Good old Rudy Kipling. We'll call him that. For those who need to know who the cast is actually one of the most important parts of this whole film. Neil Sethi, some newcomer, played Mowgli. Everybody else is fake. First things first, what were your first impressions about this? And what were your first impressions when you originally saw The Jungle Book in the past, too, for that matter?
Well, I was really excited for this movie. I mean, I love the Disney classic. It's really cute. I mean, I feel like every single kid has at least watched that movie twice because I feel like everybody knows Baloo's song, or at least like parts of it. And I was very, very, very excited. So I had that going. As soon as it premiered in New York City, I tried to go. Of course, it was sold out. So I had to go this morning with a bunch of children. But yeah, my first impressions were really positive.
Well, I went last night, and there were still a bunch of kids. And funny enough, when I was leaving, there was this dude talking to, I'm assuming, his girlfriend, and he's like, wait, so does that mean that they're, like, sold out of Batman v Superman? And it's like, dude, that's been out for like 3 weeks. Why the hell didn't you go already? And I'm pretty sure if they don't have any seats available, it means they're sold out, dipshit. But I actually never liked The Jungle Book as a kid. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Like, I love a lot of Disney things. Aladdin was pretty much like my favorite. Jungle Book was sort of kind of like the poor man's Lion King to me.
Aww.
Like, I could watch The Lion King easily. Toy Story, of course, is like amazing. It's still amazing. For that matter, so are The Lion King and Aladdin. But Jungle Book was one of those ones that I know I had seen a couple times, and I just couldn't get into it. Like, I didn't remember any of the songs except for Baloo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, everybody knows Bare Necessities. But I couldn't tell you at all what any of the other ones were. And watching the movie this time around, I was like, oh, okay, now I remember this one. Now I remember that one. But I actually wasn't looking forward to the music either, because I was just like, if I don't remember any of it, then yeah, I kind of hope that they don't sing a whole lot, because I don't really like musicals, but I liked it. You know, I was surprised. I would have thought that I would have gone into this movie and thought afterward, like, well, that was a waste of $20, because $18 for a ticket? Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But I actually ended up liking it quite a bit, and I saw it with Dace and two other people, and everybody liked it too. So the only person I think in the entire theater that didn't like it was the kid in front of me, because she was crying for like the entire time.
Aw, poor thing.
I don't know what she was crying about though, because it was like nothing was really that scary, you know?
Well, maybe she's just afraid of snakes or something. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she just like hates her mom. She shut up after she left. Like, her mom was like holding her pretty much the whole time, and she let the kid go, and the kid went over to like somebody else. I'm assuming like her dad or older brother or whatever, and then she was fine. So it's just like, I hate my mom. Maybe.
Aw, poor thing.
But what were the kids like when you saw it? Because you saw it
my God.
earlier, so I would assume more kids would be there.
Oh yeah, well, first thing was that I overslept, so I couldn't make it to the regular show, the standard, like, not like just regular movie, not 3D or anything. So I had to go to the 3D. I did not know it was the 4D that I ended up going, which is like where like the seats shake and all of that.
Oh, that's kind of cool though.
No, it was not. If you're watching that with a bunch of children, it's not cool.
Yeah, that's right.
And I feel like I was literally adults in the theater with me and the kids' parents, and they were a big group of kids. It was at least like 20 kids. They were all together. They not all knew each other, and the adults sat together, and all the kids like sat in two rows. So it was a lot of children, and every time like there was like a water spraying or the seat was shaking and whatever was going on, they were like, "Whoa!" Every single time. Granted that every single time there is a camera like shake or Mowgli jumps and lands heavily on the ground, like the thing shakes. So it was really every 5 seconds I would get like, "Whoa! Did you see that? Oh my god, my seat is shaking!" Ah! But I mean, it was kind of cute because they were so excited about it. Except for this one little boy that really wanted popcorn, and his dad did not want to give him popcorn. So every 5 minutes in the theater, he would stand up and come to his dad, who was sitting like right in front of me. Dad, I want popcorn, and he would just keep jumping on the seats like he was a mess. But it was really cute. Like I enjoyed it watching with the kids. They were so excited about it.
Did you have popcorn?
No, I'm dieting.
So you were sitting there going, I want popcorn too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, me too, kid.
See, I would be so tempted if I had popcorn, which I didn't last night. But if I would have had it then, I would have been so tempted to like toss a piece over to the kid.
Aww. No.
Or a handful, just chuck it out of the kid. Dump half of it on his head.
Poor thing.
The hell with that. I'm not wasting my popcorn. I'll eat that. I'll savor every minute of it.
Oh.
In front of the kid. Oh, it's popcorn so good. Oh.
So evil.
I was a little bit annoyed throughout the show with the little kids, but at the same time, they were, outside of the one, they were pretty much like better served than I would have expected to. Like, I would have expected them to be going nuts.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
She wants popcorn.
Stop it.
By the way, for anybody who hasn't seen the movie yet, I forgot to mention this at a time, we are going to talk about spoilers. So if you have no idea what happens in the Jungle Book and you don't want to know about it, then bookmark this, go watch the movie, or watch at least like the Cinema Sins or something like that of it, and then come back later on. But yeah, I ended up leaving with a better perspective about this movie than before, and I actually like this significantly better than what the other one was because it was a little more serious than I was kind of expecting.
Yeah, it really was. Like, even the music was a big thing for me because part of me was like, okay, they have to do the Baloo song, but at the same time I was kind of like, but this is such a, I don't want to say dark movie because it's not a dark movie, but it felt a little heavier than the cartoon. And not because it's live action, but also, I mean, not that the movie's scary, but the scene with Ka, for instance, like, that could have been seen, like, by children, seen as something that is a little startling and kind of creepy. Like, you think about it, like, she's hypnotizing him because she's gonna eat him. That's creepy.
I was kind of rooting for her.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, just eat Mowgli.
Stop
It'll solve a whole bunch of troubles here.
That's so sad. But I felt like it was such a good upgrade. Like, just like with any Disney movies, like, even cartoons, we know that it's for kids, but the adults can definitely appreciate it. Like, some adults like it better than the children like them. But this one, I felt it was definitely more serious, a little darker than the cartoon. So, definitely won some major points with me on that.
Now, do you think that if they were to do, I mean, they've been doing a couple different things sort of like this, like they did Cinderella and whatnot, and it looks like they're going to continue doing it because they're making a shit ton of money, and that's no surprise. Do you think that they could do, like, I mentioned before, The Lion King, if they do like a live action version of The Lion King like this, that one scene in particular where Scar kills Mufasa,
oh my God,
that's going to be so dark.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be really damaging to any kids that watch it.
Yeah, I still have scars over that movie. Ever since I just watched it.
Little live action Simba's going to kind of be like that little gray wolf cub.
Oh,
and he's going to be like, Dad, wake up. And everybody's going to be like, that's going to be tears all over the place.
Oh my God. I hope they don't do that. Like, that would be some very damaging material right there.
Well, they still do have the guy, James Earl Jones could still be Mufasa doing that voice.
Oh, yeah.
And they still have Hans Zimmer is around, so he can still do the music, which the music is amazing in that.
That's true.
But they did have different voice actors this time around for at least the Jungle Book, and Some of them, obviously, some of them were like nobody who knows who the hell the Schreibers are, or Asher Blinkoff. But we had Bill Murray as Baloo, kind of perfect, right?
Yes.
My favorite, actually, of the bunch, Ben Kingsley for Bagheera.
Oh my god, Ben Kingsley's he's a boss, man. He's awesome.
Like, you could so buy into him being this, like, teacher.
Yes, exactly. Like, he's the man. He's so calm and collected, cool, knows it all.
Yeah.
Still, like, you love him. Like, he's awesome.
And he looks like he could be menacing, but at the same time, right off the bat, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I don't think that he's, like, if I were a little kid, I wouldn't be scared of him.
Yeah.
Even though Ben Kingsley can be, like,
right.
a scary guy, or a complete doofus like Iron Man 3. Our main villain, Shere Khan, Idris Elba. It's Idris, right?
I think it's Idris. So sexy, my god, that voice.
You're talking about Elba, not Shere Khan, right?
I'm talking about his voice, Tony. I am not into bestiality, okay?
Sure, you're in the movies going.
I was a little bit.
We had Raksha was Lupita Nyong'o. So 2 of the most important roles that she's done recently were complete voiceover work, with her in this movie and in Star Wars for Maz Kanata. So that's a little weird. We have Scarlett Johansson was Ka. That was really good, I thought. Really?
Yeah, I think like her voice is like doesn't have enough character for me.
Did you stay and listen to her singing in the credits?
Oh, that was her?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I actually like that quite a bit. I was just like, damn, she can actually sing pretty well.
Yeah, that was nice. Even though her music bombed. When she was like dating Justin Timberlake and she's like, I'm gonna be a singer now.
I don't remember listening to a single song.
Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Well, she could just sing as a snake from now on. It works. We had Aquila was Giancarlo Esposito, which that dude, talk about another boss.
Yes, definitely.
Big fan of that guy, and I had no idea that it was his voice throughout the whole thing.
Me either. I'm just looking at the cast right now. I'm like, oh.
And you know what's Icky or Iki, the porcupine? That was Gary Shandling. That's like, what? That might have been my favorite character. I love that little dude.
He was my favorite character. Okay, like my rock.
It's a rock. It's my rock.
I was like, that's amazing.
He needs his own standalone movie.
He does.
Where he's like
around the jungle and be like, my tree.
Yeah, he's like their equivalent of like an insurance adjuster or something. We had 3 leaves. Those are my leaves. But if anybody stands out to me, it's got to be Christopher Walken as King Louis.
God, yeah.
That was ridiculous. And as soon as he came up, I was just kind of like, oh crap! Like, it's just got like the mob voice kind of thing going on, and I want to be like you. Ooh. It's just. I can picture that dude doing the motion capture for that and being even more animated than the actual ape was.
I could see that.
Just bringing back a little bit of the weapon of choice dance moves and stuff. Like,
oh my god. Only works if you have an elevator. Escalator. He was in an elevator too, right? Yeah, he was.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, they gave him like a little spotlight in the credits. Everybody was just sort of like this person as that person, and this person as this character. And then he was like the animated one that popped up out of the book and whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
no, he was awesome.
I think that would have been Dace's favorite part.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part too. I was just like, in the cartoon, I remember that was like a scary part for me. Because it was kind of like, oh, this guy's so big, like he's so threatening. He's gonna crush Mowgli if he wants to. And in this movie, it's just like the temple is so dark, and the way he's just like gathering random utensils, saying that that's his treasure. It's like, oh, it's so cool. It's so good. And he was amazing. when he stands up and like part of his fur gets like stuck on the ground. Oh,
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was just like, that's a
so
weird
good.
detail to put in there.
No, that's awesome. That means he doesn't move at all. He's just there eating. It's awesome.
That's the life.
That's the life.
All you do is sit there and eat. Everybody does your bidding for you.
Exactly. Collects your treasure, brings you fruit, just there hanging out.
Well, I don't remember, and I'm looking it up right now. He was a lot smaller back in the cartoon.
Yeah,
He's like smaller than Baloo, even.
he was, but he had that big face. That was frightening.
He looks like that one Donkey Kong character. I can't remember his name. Not Donkey Kong himself, not Diddy Kong. He was one of those shitty ones from the N64 game. It was like, I wasn't Cranky because that was the old one. I don't know, Dipshit Kong, maybe. But yeah, I was just like, God damn, he is huge in this. And
yeah.
that was one of my favorite. Just that visual alone was like one of the best parts about that. But let's talk about that idea. Actually, you know what? We didn't even talk about the kid, but we'll bring that in to it, sort of. Because the only thing that's real in this movie is the kid. Everything else is CGI, which is just like, you know, a minute into the movie, I forgot about it already.
Right.
And by the end of the movie, I, you know, thought about it again, and I was just like, wait a minute, that means that, like, all of the leaves that he brushes are fake. And, like, all the, you know, the mud prints that are in the ground, that's all fake and whatever. And I was just like, crap, the amount of detail that they had to put into this. It's going to win Best Visual Effects for sure.
He has to. I mean, unless something as compelling comes out, which I doubt it. I mean, it was really, really well done.
And a lot of credit to that kid for being able to pull it off.
Exactly. He was so good.
Like, we had veteran actors like Sir Ian McKellen crying because he was upset that he didn't like working with a green screen, and that wasn't like true acting or whatever. And it's like, this little kid has nothing to work with for the entire shoot. Not even like another person to stand next to him in a green screen environment.
Right.
And I bought it. Like, this kid seemed like he was in the jungle.
He was amazing.
The sad part is he's probably going to have no career after this.
Oh, you don't know that.
I hope not. I hope he does more than Jungle Book 2. Because they are doing Jungle Book 2.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they already announced that. They were like, this is going to make a butt ton of money. Just do it right now, you know? Oh. I don't know if like everybody's going to return or if Jon Favreau is going to do it or whatever, but what's his name? Andy Serkis was going to be doing a Jungle Book movie.
Oh.
Which is like, why would you pick this time out of all to do another Jungle Book?
Right.
And they're doing a Jungle Book 2 that's coming out like right around that time period. So they're pretty much telling him like, don't bother, dude. So I'm assuming that this kid will come back for that. And hopefully afterward he moves on and he keeps acting and becomes not one of those like, oh, that kid was good in that one thing and then he didn't do anything again.
Yeah. He's such a cute kid too. Like, he was adorable. And I love that they put like scars on him as well. Like, he wasn't, you know, you could buy that kid was living in the jungle in a way. Like,
yeah, he wasn't like just a kid that they picked up from LA.
Right.
And we're just like, well, now you're wearing a red diaper and you're in the jungle. It was like, he had like that scar on his shoulder. And he had the cut later on that he got from Shere Khan.
Yeah.
So it was just like, yeah, of course, this kid's going to be around like dangerous environments. He's going to get cut, you know.
And at the same, it was really well done, the special effects in this movie, the makeup itself. And it was also not gruesome, which was really important too, because if you're dealing with kids, like, it's a kid movie at the end of the day. You don't want like blood gushing for his chin or like something crazy happening.
I would have been okay with it.
Oh, but Tony, you're not 9 years old, okay?
Exactly.
You're not a little kid wanting popcorn. You're not a little kid crying.
Then again, to be fair, I was watching Terminator and RoboCop when I was a little kid. So those are pretty violent.
Yeah, I was watching horror movies, but I don't really count.
And to be fair, I guarantee I would have wanted popcorn. So character-wise, I thought that they all kind of hit it out of the park. None of them were really, like, weird to me, except for, you know, the characters that were just supporting. Like, I don't know any of the other wolves' names except for Aquila and Gray and Raksha.
Right.
But we didn't need to know any of them, you know, Young Wolf number 2, like, who gives a shit? Or, wow, apparently one of the rhinos' names is Raquel the Rhino. That's a little weird. But character-wise, I got to give it a hit. Same for you?
Absolutely. I mean, I can't imagine how hard it is, like, again, for the little boy, but also for the voiceover actors. I mean, I feel like it's a step above you doing a cartoon because there's so much going on and you really want to get, like, all those expressions on point because the CGI can show that. It can translate that really well. So I feel like everybody did an amazing job in this.
So what do you think about the music side of things? Because we talked a little bit about how they pretty much were gonna have it, but they didn't have some of the songs. I kind of remember
Right.
that the Elephants had a song, didn't they?
I think they did, yeah.
So
It's been a while since I
glad
watched
that
it.
they cut that out because I don't remember liking that. And they did cut Ka out, although
Yeah,
they put her in the credits.
right.
But we had Baloo's song, and we had what was the other one? Oh, the King Louis
King
one,
Louis, yeah.
and sort of another one from Bagheera, right? Wasn't there like some kind of like a spoken word thing?
Oh.
It might have been one, or maybe I'm just attributing that to the King Louis one. I can't remember now. It's been less than a day, and I can't remember already. It's ridiculous.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in this movie. There's a lot going on.
Well, I'm really glad that we didn't get like some extended musical performance or whatever. Like Bill Murray doing the Baloo thing, that was good enough.
That
Just
was good, yeah. Because it felt like it could happen in real life.
yeah,
Not
they
with the
weren't like
bear,
dancing
but
around and
right.
you
He
know.
was just like, and he's like casually saying like, "Oh, everybody has a song. You don't know what a song is?" And teaching Mowgli how to sing. Like that was really cute. That was like not only it had a purpose. Like those characters were growing closer. They were forming a friendship. So it felt really, really perfect.
And we didn't have to have Baloo dressed up like an ape dancing with King Louis.
Aww.
Maybe it's a deleted scene, I don't know.
Could be.
But I liked that. I liked the music itself in the background for like the score. It didn't stand
Really
out to
good.
me, but I'm gonna have to listen back and listen to it. But I
I
do
remember
remember
being
liking it.
like, yeah, me too. Like I remember there was one part in the movie. I think it's when during one of the chase scenes. I think it's the last chase scene with Shere Khan and up in the tree. The song, like the music was so bumping. It was like, oh my god! I remember actually having a reaction to it. And normally I don't really notice music at all.
See, I didn't know who did it. I just looked it up. John Debney.
Mm.
And some of the stuff that he's done, I'm like, never seen it, never will see it. Like, I never saw the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water,
Oh god.
or The Call, or Alex Cross. I don't even remember what the hell that is. But he did Iron Man 2.
Oh.
So that's kind of, Maybe that's where something sounded familiar to me, because there was something that was making me go, is this like Jonathan Newton Howard, or is this like something? It was. I guess that's what it is. And Iron Man 2 must have been my connection to it,
Hmm.
and that explains the Jon Favreau connection because he did Iron Man 2.
Oh.
But I have to go back and listen to that for sure. But I'm not going to be listening to the other music. I'm not going to listen to Bill Murray anymore. That once was enough. That's good enough. What other things stood out to you as far as like any particular biggest hits or biggest misses or anything like that in the movie?
Well, there was one big miss to me that I was just like, ah, really? And that one is when Akila dies. I just felt like his death was just so nonchalant. It was just like Shogun just like punches, like throws him, and that's it. Like we don't even see a body or anything.
Oh, I
Like
thought that was badass. I was like, he just ripped him apart and just said
no,
like, "Fuck you."
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with him. Like I just felt that he was such an important character for Mowgli. Like he's the reason why Mowgli comes back in the first place. Why? Like it felt emotionally like I didn't connect with that. It was just like, oh, we were just like seeing how badass Shokan is. Like fine, like I already got that, but it was just kind of like, this really alpha wolf that is so important. Mowgli's dad. Like we don't even get to see like maybe like his body and like something like emotional happening, like him like like the mom like crying or having more of like an emotional connection. I don't know. Like I just felt like to me that was like something that felt odd.
I can see that.
That was like definitely my biggest miss. Uh, biggest hit. Everything about King Louie, man. Like I love that scene so much. It was so great.
Did it kind of make you want to eat papaya?
No, because I don't like papayas.
Really?
I'm weird, okay? I'm scared of
I know, you're a
watermelons.
vegetarian. I would assume that you liked it.
Well, I'm scared of watermelons, okay? Like
Oh,
I
that's
have
true.
issues. Yeah. Ugh.
It did kind of make me want to eat that, even though I'm not the biggest fan. But some of the food in the too, I was just kind of like, man, that little thing that he got off the tree branch,
Oh yeah.
little like apples or whatever they were. I was just kind of like, I could go for a little bit of that. I
Yeah,
can understand why that monkey took it or whatever that thing was. It wasn't a monkey. What was it? That was like a
Yeah.
little,
I don't know.
some little coyote looking thing or whatever. How cute was the one little cub, the gray?
Oh my god. I'm funny. I would take 10 of them. He was so cute. He was the brawn too. Like he was so weak. Oh, and
The
then
whole, you're my brother. You got to play with me. It was just like, just
yeah.
play with him, damn it.
I know. Or when Akila's like, yeah, in some packs they eat the runs. It's like, it's so adorable. He was so cute. Oh, and I just woke up Bonnie.
Who's cuter, Bonnie or
Bonnie.
Gray?
Bonnie.
I disagree, but
Oh, shut up, Tony. Not my friend anymore. Shut up.
Hey, Gray can talk.
So does Bonnie, okay? In my head, she talks. She talks a lot. We have full-on talks.
That doesn't count.
It counts. It counts a lot. And I'm sure that other people can hear her too, but they don't want to admit it.
Apparently the actor or actress, I don't really know for sure, because that's what happens when you name your kid Brighton Rose. That was the one who played Gray. Doesn't look like he or she was really in anything else except for Aztec Revenge, Academy of Doom, and Mil Mascaras versus the Aztec Dummy. What?
What? Wait, I have a different name for the Gray brother. I have MJ Anthony, and it's a boy.
Huh. What's up, IMDb? He's listed as Young Wolf #1 for me. So I don't know. Maybe IMDb is wrong. At least we know he's a boy.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
one thing.
it's a.
I gotta say, probably my biggest hit out of the whole thing was just the visual effects in general. Because I thought that there was going to be at least one point in the movie that felt a little too fake, but it didn't stand out to me. And I now believe that, like, animals can talk. I mean, not for real, but, like...
What's wrong with you?
You know, like, the idea of Baloo, he looked like a real bear, and he was talking. And it was like, they were anthropomorphized just enough that you can tell that they weren't literal bears and stuff.
Right.
But didn't take the edge off to be like, well, they're clearly Ang Lee's Hulk cartoon type of stuff.
Right.
And that's why I put it in my making the grade, or maybe my Minuteman review. I can't remember for sure. But one of them I mentioned, I do want them to still wait a little bit more before they start doing some of these other Disney movies that are mostly animals. Because I think that if you did like Aladdin, you only have the Abu, and I can't remember the name of the tiger for that one. Oh, what was the name of the tiger? Jasmine's tiger. Totally out of my brain right now. And we have Iago the parrot.
Yeah.
But
Iago is bomb.
Those three are the only things, other than like the elephant stampede and whatever, that you have in that movie. And the genie, you can make him full on CGI and it's not going to be weird. But Raja, yeah, okay. Makes sense. Raja, Raksha, they really like those names, don't they? Lupita Nyong'o is going to play Raja then. But, or maybe Brighton Rose will be old enough by that time. Yeah, just... But I think that they need to wait before they do The Lion King just a little bit more, because...
Oh my god, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
Get up, Dad, get up. But my biggest miss is probably just that I never really liked the Jungle Book to start. So the base like movie itself already starts off as like a little, meh, I don't really care all that much. But like I said, it took it into a great new direction. I like it significantly better. I'd much rather watch this than to watch the old ones, or I mean, of course I'm not going to read the book itself. How about that? Read some damn book. But I now that I've seen this, if they do in fact go ahead with that Andy Serkis version, I think I would check that out. And if they do a Jungle Book 2, I think I'd go see that too.
Yeah, me too. This was really well done. I was excited for it, but I kind of was blown away because, just like you said, like there are movies that even if the CGI is good, there are moments of weakness. And this one, like, it was so detailed, like to the point that even when Bagheera was like walking, we could see like the light reflecting his fur. Like, it was so amazing, so well done.
So, I guess all in general, we're both going with a hit, right? For the whole movie?
Yes.
Awesome. That's such a good change of pace than having to be like the Batman v Superman one, where people are like, I fucking hate it.
And Sean being like, no, I love it.
And me feeling like I have to be on both sides and whatever. Well, that's it then, I guess, for the Jungle Book. The next review point I think that's probably going to be coming up is Marvel Civil War. Or Captain America Civil War, for that matter. And I got a feeling that's going to be a really good one, too. The reviews for that one are, like, amazing right now. So I think that actually might have a better score than Jungle Book, which is even better. But very surprised at how much I like this. And recommend it for sure for anybody who's interested in seeing it, whether you're somebody who's a big Disney fan or you're somebody like me who kind of goes like, meh, I think I tend to see darker movies a little bit more often. And, you know, if you did see Batman v Superman and you were let down from that, if you see Jungle Book, I think that you're going to be liking it. Because so far, everybody that I've talked to, nobody said that they disliked it. So that's a good thing. Did you see it with anybody else?
No. So thank you, Tony. Thank you for exposing the fact that I'm a loner.
Well, I'm sure if you would have had some popcorn and shared it with the little kid, he would have been your best friend.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, God bless.
Well, the last thing that we need to do is just throw out some plugs. Anything you want to promote there, Caroline?
Yeah, everybody keep checking Fanboys Anonymous for sure. Check out my website, creepycaroline.bigcartel.com, and follow me on Instagram, creepy_Caroline.
And for my side of things, everybody just keep checking out Tony Mango and A Mango Tree on Facebook and on Twitter. And, of course, keep checking Fanboys Anonymous all over the place. If you're into the wrestling side of things, go to smarkoutmoment.com and check everything out on all those social media accounts. And for the other fanboy stuff that's coming your way, if there's any more trailer reactions or any unboxing videos or any anything for that matter, I've been doing way too much and I'm going to keep doing that, I guess. Just, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up and hit that like button if you like this review, because the more that we get for that, the better it goes for all the different search terms and whatnot. So that'll help us out quite a bit. If you're listening to this on iTunes, go back and leave a positive review on there, because that helps quite a bit there as well. And make sure you leave your comments below and tell us what you thought were the hits and misses of this movie. And of the old movie too, why not? Go back and talk about it, whether you like that better or just the same, or you like the new one better, whatever the case may be. But this has been Review Point episode 28. I'm Tony Mango and I'm a fanboy. See you next time, everybody. Geeks out.